on. All right. What's up, Festival Tales fam? We're back. Quite a long little break there. We just to keep you guys updated and in the loop, we had some personal stuff going on, so there was no need to record. We did plan on keeping up with the weekly episodes, but just very hectic in both of our lives, so decided to take it. We'll communicate that maybe a bit better next time on the platform, but from here going forward, with everything going right, we plan to go weekly episodes as promised. We're going to push back the Patreon a little bit here, so Patreon at some point very soon, but just to keep you guys updated and in the loop with that. Anything to add there, Bella?
No, not at all. I think yeah, no. I think it's good to be back. Definitely feeling better. So
yeah, I think we both are, so that's a good thing.
We're thriving.
But without further ado, guys, quick housekeeping stuff, of course. Subscribe to the podcast. We'll be getting more clips and stuff out to you as well. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all that. We really appreciate it. We'll have more info for everything else, but we're just gonna dive right into this episode. So we're gonna do Red Rocks. Ooh,
yeah,
Red Rocks. Take it away.
You just went to your first Red Rocks.
That's right, my first Red Rocks show.
I live at Red Rocks.
Bella does. That is.
I keep ending up there when I don't necessarily want to be there sometimes.
It's her second home.
But he had never been to Red Rocks. He has been living in Denver for
about to be 3 months, or about to be 4.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of Red Rock season. Didn't make it to Red Rocks, but he went. You are not going anywhere.
For those listening, Bella, one of the cats is with us.
I have a cat on me, and he's trying to escape, and I will have none of that. You actually went to your first Red Rocks, and it was a special one because it was your favorite artist.
Yeah, so as many of you know, Seven Lions, favorite artist, hands down. I was going no matter what, and I will say it was quite the experience. I don't think it's that much of a limb for me to go out and say that I don't think anyone's ever had a first Red Rocks experience like that. They may have had an experience like that, but like a first time, don't think it's possible. And all the props to you. I have said it to my family and friends back home that like you totally hooked it up. You were awesome. Like I cannot thank you enough for hooking up the first Red Rocks experience as you did. Just to give you did. You didn't have to.
I mean,
but...
no, like it was your first Red Rocks. The most famous venues. Stop growling. The cat is growling. He's mad that only one of the 7 lions showed up. I know. It's very upsetting. No, I mean, I had to. If I could, I would, for something like that.
Well,
so.
Again, from my point of view, thank you very much once again.
Yeah.
Literally was not expecting that. Was not, again, just all around like giddy even talking about it right now. Like it's just, it was a very cool experience. So diving into that experience, we get there. I go up to
I walked into his room earlier in the week and I said, "Sell your ticket."
Yeah.
Because I got you. And he was like, "What?" But you did do that.
Yes.
And then you showed up.
So showed up, got in. I go up to find a spot. She's like, "All right, well, hey, I'm going down to go say hi to some people." So I write back. I'm like, "All right, cool. All cool." Second act or something goes on, and you're like, "Hey, come meet me at the front left for a sticker." And I'm like, in my head, I am like, all right, I guess I'll go get a sticker. Like, and I'm thinking it's just a little like sticker I'm gonna put on my like a 7 line sticker I'm gonna put on my laptop, or a binder or something, or a decal. And I'm like, I guess she really wants me to come get this sticker. Like, all right, I'll go. And so I get up there, and she's waiting for me, and she peels the thing and puts it on me, and it's like backstage access.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what the fuck's going on? So yeah. I don't know why my dumb brain was thinking it was the decal. I should have known from the get-go it was not going to be that. But I was like, wait, what's going on? She's like, come on, we're going back. And I was like, what? And so we go back. Mm-hmm. We go, which is very unique and cool because there's like rocks behind the stage that you sometimes don't see.
Like all the rooms backstage are made of actual red rocks, like what you see on the sides of the venue and like the stage. It's like when you go down, the green rooms are like they're green rooms that are upstairs in like a tower, and then there's green rooms that are downstairs, and they're like made of rocks. It's like the coolest thing
Yeah,
ever.
like
Yeah.
when they like the venue is built into the rock there, but legitimately the whole thing is like the whole venue from the artist rooms to everything. Now, the coolest part about that was getting to go downstairs, down the ramp, and into the Red Rock staircase, where all the artists sign the wall for the first
The
time.
secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Oh, lore about the secret tunnel. Not a lot of people know about the secret tunnel.
It
People
is.
see pictures of the secret tunnel. The secret tunnel basically it goes like from backstage, and it shoots you out into front of house so that it's easier to get to and from front of house, so you don't have to like run up a bunch of stairs and kind of weave your way through people and then show security guards that don't know the cred system yet, like level of access you have, and figuring that out. So it just shoots you straight up into front of house, which is super helpful for people that are working the event, or artists that want to see the event from the crowd but don't obviously want to, get stopped every 5 seconds. But a cool thing about the tunnel is whenever you play your first Red Rocks, you sign the wall. So, and I don't know when that tradition started, but I mean, every major artist of like every genre, like it,
Even
like
comedians are up there, and
comedians,
yeah.
like if you're big enough to sell out Red Rocks, if you're popular enough and like legendary enough to sell out Red Rocks, you get to play Red Rocks, right? So you just walk down this tunnel of like decades of music and entertainment like history, because like someone like at some point like took a Sharpie and like wrote their name. It's super cool. And I know a lot of you, like I know some of you have seen pictures of the tunnel, but it doesn't get talked about enough how cool this tunnel is, because like you walk down the tunnel and you realize like who has been in that tunnel
Yeah.
and who has played that venue. And that is like, I think that's like, whenever I can go in the tunnel, sometimes they don't let you in the tunnel.
Okay.
Like sometimes you have backstage access, but they don't let you in the tunnel. I always go in the tunnel just because I think it's like the craziest. I think it's the coolest thing ever.
It
Like,
absolutely was the coolest thing ever. I was trying to just like describe to my parents, and I was like, "It's the coolest thing." Like, it's
yeah.
so cool. And we have that picture.
I was on a
of me.
mission that night to get you in the tunnel. I'm like, this is your first Red Rocks. It's your favorite artist playing your first Red Rocks. I'm like, we're getting him in the tunnel.
And we were in the tunnel, and you took a picture of me in the tunnel too, which is super funny because I was just. It's such a funny picture to me. Like I just look so like giddy and awkward, like a little child. And I ended up posting it, so it's on my Instagram. But even I'm like, it's such a cringe photo, but it's such a cool spot that you cannot not like have that up. Like I know it's like I look like I'm smiling. I'm like I'm just like it's such an atrocious photo of me, but such a great. Anyways,
No, you look wonderful. You look great. You
well,
look happy to
thanks.
be in the tunnel.
We know. I was just happy. I was just happy to be in the tunnel. And then of course, the show itself was phenomenal. Seven Lions once again goes out, throws down just absolute bangers from every genre. Even had a little bit of trap in there, which was not, I'm not excited about, but he did have it, and I have to do with that. But since trap's
you
coming
don't
back,
like
apparently.
trap. I remember you're like, I'm going to see Arl Grime tonight, and we were like fighting about trap coming back, like earlier in the week, and I was like, interesting choice. And you came back and you're like, you played all trap.
Yeah,
Which to be fair, like a lot of the stuff he releases, like it's not trap,
correct.
but he is.
I was I was bamboozled.
Yeah, you were
Honeycombed,
tricked.
as they say in
You were tricked. Doesn't he have that song UCLA? That's like basically a pop song.
Yes, and he played that, and he played the first drop. Everyone was like vibing, and he went to this trap, and everyone was just like, "Oh!" Like, it was,
Yeah, I don't, because like I think that's what most people like know Arl Grime from, or at least like
yeah,
what the mainstream knows Arl Grime from,
100%.
which is, and then there's like a few other songs he has that aren't trap, but when you see him live, he plays straight trap.
Like I have there's a lot of songs of his that I have saved that I absolutely love, and I really was not, because that's the other thing too. The reason why I wanted to go and why I went to go see R.L. Grime was also because like I'd never seen him at all. Like there was always somebody else that I really wanted to see on. I remember one festival when I was like first starting out, little baby raver, didn't even know like he was on the lineup. Like afterwards, I was like, oh damn, I missed him. Like one of those things. Like, oh, like you end up liking this music and you go back and you're like, wait, I was at that festival, and you see it and you're like, fuck, I didn't get to go see.
Yeah.
And then the other time, I know for a fact he was up against Seven Lions. I can't remember if it was EDC Orlando or what.
Oh, that's a no-brainer for you.
Right. So for me,
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, not going there. Like, can't miss Seven Lions. And so when he was here, I was like, fuck, I gotta go. And I went, and I was like, like, thank God I didn't go to the festival.
Yeah.
And like, thank God I didn't this one time be like, I've seen Seven Lions enough. I'm gonna go check out all.
No, you got to keep seeing Seven Lions. It's like me with Subtronics.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter if he's up against like someone I've never seen before who I'm obsessed with. I'm like, I got it. It's my civil duty to go see Subtronics.
At Forbidden Kingdom one year, on this funny note, like Forbidden Kingdom, bass music, heavy bass festival. Seven Lions was closing out like day 3 or day 2 or something. And I'm like, I'm going. And my friends were like, he's up against Excision. I'm like, I'm going. And
honestly, I would maybe make the same call.
Well, funny enough,
only because I've seen Excision like 45 times.
I mean, that's the thing too, is I have 2 and all of them have, but they are like bass heads. And well, the other thing too was like Excision had like, I think 20 or 30 minutes after Seven Lions. Like he was going to be the only act.
So then that's easy. Yeah,
So
you start at Seven Lions, you ended Excision.
And I remember going to Seven Lions completely empty. Like, I mean, just bare bones. Like, and just because it's a bass festival, like that's the reason why people think melodic like immediately. And he comes out and he plays a few. He has his melodic tracks, but he's throwing down. He brings out Wooly. He brings out some Kill the Noise. Like, they're going. They bring out everybody for the Pantheon song, and they're vibing. And I had one of the girls in our group at the time, who is a huge Excision fan. Like, we got her to stay with us because we were like, listen, you saw Excision yesterday. Like, come see Seven Lions with us, and then we'll go see the last 30 minutes of Excision. And she stayed. And like, to this day, I remember her being like, "That was actually really fun. I had a great time." And I was like, I converted someone.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I got someone.
Oh, that feeling.
We got her.
It's like it's like, you know, it's the same feeling. Like my sister, she texts me about once a week, and she's like, "Have you met John Summit yet? Have you met John Summit yet?" Like every week, without fail. It's crazy, because she's obsessed with John Summit. And it was so great when Gas Pedal came out, and it was a song with Subtronics and John Summit, because she has been like, she's like, dubstep's weird, like, nah, but she's obsessed with John Summit. So when that song came out, it was like a great feeling. It was like, I got you.
Yeah.
Like there's nowhere to run.
Yeah.
You have to like him now.
The family division came together.
Yeah,
There's no longer a dividing line.
We found harmony. She's so funny. She recently went to Vegas, and she was like texting me and calling me. She's like about how great like this Fisher set was. She's like, I love Fisher so much. Like, this is the greatest. I'm like, you're at a day club in Vegas. It was her first time in Vegas. So that's fair. But I just think it's so funny. It's like all these people that aren't into dance music are getting into it. And they're like discovering it. They're like, oh my God, this is so much fun. And I'm like, yeah, I've been trying to tell you. Like, hello. Sorry, I just kind of like went off in a completely different direction. But yeah. Yeah.
No, you're good.
But I got you feeling.
Yeah.
When you like trick someone into liking an artist they were like animately against never liking. Oh, it's so good. It's the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, I like converting people in, because the worst feeling is the opposite. Like, you're like, come check this artist out. Like, come on, and they come with you, and you're even like, this was not a good set. Like, I'm so sorry I brought you.
Yeah, and then you have to try to like justify it. Be like, I promise they can do better. Like, they can do better. They just had an off night.
Yeah, and it's crazy too how like most people very rarely will give someone another shot if the first time they ever see them it's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like it, or not good to them, I guess. I don't want to say the set was actually bad, but like it's true. Like, I'm even like that. Like, I'll see someone, I'm like, damn, that set was not good, and then I'm skeptical for a while. You know what? Perfect example, and this is gonna be a hot take, but for the last 3 years, personally speaking, I did not think ZZ was doing that good. Respect, love them. The first couple, I've loved them since 2018. Something in like 2021 happened, and I remember going to their set and being like, I'm not feeling this.
You know what
And then,
happened?
well, let me finish this talk, and
Yes,
then you
yes,
go
yes.
into it. But then,
I know what happened.
and then the next, I was like, oh, probably just a fluke, like whatever. Go see them again the same year. Same thing happens, and I remember clear as day because me and my buddy were like, all of a sudden we were like, we've been talking this entire time. I don't even know what's playing. Like we've been talking the entire set, and everyone around us is talking. No one's listening to music. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I gave it a third try that same year, and then same thing happened. I'm looking around, and this time, I'm kind of more aware of it. I'm like, everyone's talking. No one's listening to the music. And I'm like, this is not the same ZZ set I saw in 2019 at Lost Lands. What the fuck's going on? So I didn't see them for 2 years. But they came back.
They did.
And in Lost Lands 2024, I saw them. And it was good. It was good. I won't go too much into detail, but it was good. And I was skeptical again. I said, because they were up against Murata. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay here for like 30. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna give it some time. And they come out with some bangers, some heat for like the first 20, 30 minutes. And I go, I guess I'm staying. And I stayed the whole time, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
So they're back. But hot take, I know some people will disagree with what I just said.
No, I mean, I think it's definitely a take. I don't know if it's super hot. I think that after the pandemic, like a lot of artists found themselves kind of trying to rediscover their sound in some ways. Like, like how Excision started making like melodic bass during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Whereas before he was like heavy bro step.
Yeah.
I feel like the same thing happened with Zed's Dead. A lot of people, I think, and like Crank That as well. Like he started making more abrasive music during or after the pandemic. So I think that just kind of like jarred people in a way, like not in a good or a bad way. Just it was like, okay, you weren't playing shows for a year and a half where it's like literally your job to play shows. And you were just making music and you may be like getting kind of experimental with it or figuring out something else or, I mean, stuff like that definitely puts things in perspective. And as an artist, you adapt with the culture and the times that you're living in.
100%.
So that may have been what happened with Zed's Dead.
Yeah.
I didn't see them for like quite a while. I think I saw them at Hijinks and then I like didn't see them for years. So I can't speak on that, but I do know that I like a lot of artists definitely switched it up a bit. And some of them dialed it back and like went back to their old roots, but like during and after the pandemic, it like right after, it was definitely a time where it was a lot of change.
Well, honestly, what a great time to try out different things, to be honest. Let's put that in perspective. Like
what else were you doing?
Right, you're not touring. You have time to sit at home in the studio and go, well, I've always thought about making melodic, or I've always thought about doing more, oh my God, I just butchered that entire thing. But they have a chance to sit down and experiment a little bit more with their sound and try something different. And it's a great time to do that because you're not touring. You can put it out. You can see the plays. Plays were good. Plays were bad. Put it on a live. It's a great time to try that. So no hate on any of that. I honestly chalked it up to like maybe they were putting a lot more effort into their label and getting that off the ground, and they just weren't focusing on
that might have been it as well. That and altered states.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like, and when you're focused on other things, your sets might not have the same level they had in the past. Now things are more settled, more off the ground. 4 years later after COVID, boom, we're good to go. Because you got to think also in that time of COVID, a lot of the bigger artists and probably artists in general, most of their main source of income, touring, was just gone. And so if you're more of a business oriented artist, you might go, okay, that got taken away from me. What if it happens again? What if I get sick? What if, God forbid, I break a leg? Whatever it is. You start thinking maybe like, I need to diversify a bit more. So you kind of focus on a label or starting a brand or starting a streaming thing. Like you just start thinking of other things that you can do
100%.
to diversify.
I mean, like you see all these bigger guys starting labels, and that's because eventually the day is going to come where they either can't tour or they don't want to.
Yeah.
It
gives them a lot more freedom because
gives them a lot more freedom as well.
Yeah, because then the other labels, the more, what's the term? Like old money, like ones that have been around a while.
Yeah.
They kind of have their way with things and the way the industry goes, and if you don't want to do what they say, you just make your own label and do your own thing.
Yeah.
And not a horrible idea either if you want value your freedom. But we went on a long tangent there, which honestly good stuff too. But back to Red Rocks.
Back to Red Rocks.
Back to Red Rocks. So yeah, I went to the first show, and then the week after went to 2 more. And so
wait, what did we do? Wait.
Took.
Oh, we went to Slander.
Closey, LSD.
Oh, you went to that. I
went to that. Yeah.
I almost went to that.
So I go to one, and then I just became, a little Red Rock slut, and now I go every weekend.
Yeah, we're going this weekend.
Denver native. Yeah.
At least once. We're going at least once this weekend.
Are we really?
Yeah. Right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Are we going next weekend?
No. Don't think so. I don't have any plans.
I think you could be wrong about that.
Probably.
I think that we've opened Pandora's box.
This weekend's what? Daily Bread and Shack.
Yeah. Shack Space All Stars.
Daily Bread's, I know, going to be packed. I know a ton of people going to that.
Daily Bread. People want me to go Daily Bread. I love Daily Bread, but I have other prior commitments.
I do too. I have a Halloween party.
You have a Halloween party?
You were invited, but now with people coming to town, I didn't bother.
Yeah. There's like a lot happening here this weekend. Apparently everyone in the world is staying in our apartment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone in the world.
I don't know how we're going to fit them all in here.
8 billion people. It's going to be crazy.
8 billion people. And this is 2 bedroom, 2 bath.
Shrink them all down.
Yeah.
Fit them in here.
But yeah, no, we're going to Red Rocks. We're just going to keep going until we can't.
It is to
which is like, I think there's like 2 or 3 months where you can't go to Red Rocks.
What?
There's only a couple months, it feels like, that you can't go.
Yeah.
So they have shows till the end of November, and then they open in like
Spring.
March.
Yeah.
So it's
because
literally
they're worried
like 3
about
months.
the snow.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it does make sense because I guess they don't want to do like reschedules and stuff. But like, I would totally be down for a winter Red Rock show. There's got to be a reason why they don't do it, and I'm just not familiar with it yet because I just moved.
I mean, if you slip and fall down those stairs,
right there, see right there, there you go.
Yeah. You could.
But then again, it's an open park to the public throughout the winter. It's not closed. Like when I came out here last January,
I think when there's like an event like that, though, like
there's different liabilities.
There's different liabilities involved.
Agreed. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's definitely still open because we went.
It's like you can go do whatever you want, but we're not going to like sell you a ticket to come break your leg. You know,
that's it right there. I answered my own question. We worked through it. But but it would be so sick. It would be an idea if someone, maybe the park didn't take on the liability and like the artist and their team did. But then they could, I would think they could just put like a clause that's like, if you're coming to this.
It's too complicated. They wouldn't sell tickets.
Yeah, it probably is. But just saying, if there's a winner, like, I would love to be in a park.
He really wants year-round Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who does? Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah.
So there's some people that want year-round Red Rocks. I just know that the vast majority of people would prefer for it to be, not freezing and icy.
You have the old people in Morrison too that like complain about the sound, and it's like, why did you buy a home here?
Yeah, it's a price you pay.
Yeah.
You have to listen to dubstep 5 times a week.
Hey, maybe don't buy a house
bass or whatever
near a concert venue and you won't have loud music.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like there's a reason, like,
go to Golden.
Yeah, go to Golden.
Just buy one town over.
Yeah.
You're
or go to the place where the South Park guys lived.
Yeah, go to South Park.
I went there a couple weeks ago in the middle of the night.
Go to Fresno.
Or 3 weeks ago in the middle of the night.
Leave the state.
Leave the state. Just go away.
It'll be as far away as possible. You don't have to live. Like, it just blows my mind.
Like, you could live anywhere in the world, and you chose to live near Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Amphitheater. Where they have 5 to 6 concerts a week or something crazy.
It's like if someone was to take your parking spot and you park in front of them. It creates a better issue or something.
That literally happened to him yesterday.
That's why I brought it up. I thought it was funny.
He parked in someone else's parking spot for 2 minutes while we unloaded this damn couch. And then the guy was like, well, I'm just going to park in front of him.
Parked right in front of me, and then I couldn't leave. And so we asked around, couldn't find out who the guy was. I went back upstairs. I wrote a note, a very nice note that just said, "Hey, didn't mean to take your spot. Was unloading a couch, and this is the only elevator in our building that's working. Came back down to move the truck, and I can't. So give me a call so I can move."
Bro never called him and just ended up moving the car to like a different spot and
Came back down.
I guess throwing away the note.
Came back down at least an hour and a half,
Yeah.
2 hours later, and the car's gone. And we're looking around. We're like, I guess they're gone. Okay, cool. No call, nothing. Like he in full disclosure, because I think it's even funnier with this, it was a handicap spot. Like, I do understand that that's not a good thing to do, but it was like for 5 minutes to unload this couch.
It was
And I
literally
would have
because like
gladly given this man his spot back, because I don't want him to walk far if he's a legit handicap. We don't know. We haven't seen the guy. But we
Yeah.
found him parked on the other side of the building. Like, as far away from, not the farthest walk, but like farther away than his walk could have been if he just called me. So it makes like no sense what this guy was doing.
Yeah, it was very dumb.
Anyways, very fun story, tidbit story there. There's something
Like why would you leave that? Like, people cease to amaze me. It's like truly incredible
Yeah.
what people are capable of.
Yeah. The people here don't
What
know
they
how
think
to
is
park.
socially acceptable, and it's
They,
just
yeah.
like
Yes.
because he wasn't just blocking you, and he was parked
He's blocking the other
like-
cars in too.
He was blocking other cars in as well, and it's like, what? Like, oh, you're mad that someone had to unload a piece of furniture for 2 minutes, and
Yeah.
like your spot was literally next to the door, and like now everyone has to, suffer.
Right.
It's truly amazing.
Either way.
He should listen to more EDM because maybe he'd be a better person. We should go. You know what we should do is we should get a boombox and like just blast like LSE like outside of his door
We gotta
or in the
find out who
hallway.
it is.
because I think that'll help.
Maybe he needs to feel the love.
Oh no, we should. We should do. Oh, we should blast. "Lost You" by Zed's Dead on repeat. It'll 100% cure him.
100% fixed like that.
He'll be like a saint by the end of the day. He hears that song enough times. Like, I
We
know the
play
meaning
rude
of
boy and
life.
just call him a rude boy.
Yeah.
Rude boy. Just
Well, we want him on
constant.
our side. Plur. Or whatever the kids say.
Something like that. What else did I
Clear.
say? There's something else about Red Rocks we're gonna talk about.
What else happened at Red Rocks?
Honestly, I don't know. We've got shows. I think we kind of hit everything for this episode.
Did we get Chick-fil-A sandwiches?
We did not talk about the Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Oh, you know what we did? We went to the after party for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was quick.
The
Quick
Gothic theater has the craziest green room I've ever been in because it's like right under the stage. So the entire green room rattles from the base. Like describing it doesn't even put it into justice, like how insane this place is.
Yeah, it was so loud and rattled so much.
That was like one thing I kept talking about. I'm like, we gotta go.
I was about 5 feet from Seven Lions himself, Mr. Jeff, and I did not fanboy. I was good.
He was very well behaved.
I was well
I
behaved.
knew he would be.
I just inside was crying, and then when we left, I was like, he was so close to me. That was it. That was all I had. But yeah, it was a amazing experience. Once again, first Red Rocks, crazy. Can't thank you enough once again.
Yeah.
Really made
No
it
problem.
special. It was, I'll say this too. Closing statement. It was a very surreal moment, and I've tried to use that moment to continue like thinking, because in my head, if I didn't move out here, never would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Never would happen.
Yeah.
Never would happen. Like, I might have still gone to the show. I might know you,
Yeah.
but never would happen. Like, and I got
The way that it happened, yeah.
And with everything that's been going on in life and all that stuff, we're not gonna get too deep on this episode. Maybe the next one. But it was a moment where I was like, it hit me, and I was like, I gotta ride this wave. This isn't like, this would never have happened, and I just need to like kind of hold on to that thought of like, and start kind of tallying like these things that are happening out here that I'm like, if I didn't move out here, then never would happen. Never would happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, just want to,
Yeah.
It's very special. Very means a lot to me. I got to take it
I'm glad.
pinned up in my room.
I'm glad.
But so thank you once again. With that being said, I think that's all we got for this episode.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
We did. Yeah, I think we hit it good enough. Next episode we're gonna have a story for you. We're gonna just kind of gab a little bit. We're gonna bring some gabbing into the podcast because, like we kind of mentioned, we want to do this. We do really want to do this on a weekly basis and have the Patreon. And with that, we want you guys to know a bit about us, get to know us, and have a little bit more talking than just story, so and so, and that's it. So, with that being said, thanks for tuning in this week's episode, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe to the podcast. We'll have more news for you. That's all we got for today. Hi, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.